Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel for another video. If you are new here, my name is Holly. I'm a 5th grade teacher, but I also adore the books. And today is going to be my first book related video, and it's going to be over my books read in June. Very excited. Never done this before. Bear with me. So this list is kind of short because I only really read 4 books in the month of June, but you have to be lenient with me because I normally don't read any books during the month, or I read one, or it takes like 2 months to read just one because of how busy my schedule is. So we should all be very proud that I even got 1, 2, 4 is just mind-blowing about it. So bear with me. It was great. It might not be a lot like some booktubers out there, but I'm happy with those numbers. So the first book we're going to talk about though, however, is A Clown in the Cornfield. Now this book I saw on one of my Facebook groups that I'm in, and I was just taken back by it. I don't know if it's because of clowns, and like clowns in general are a little weird, so I don't know why I was so drawn to it, but I'm glad I was. This book, like I said, Clown in the Cornfield, it is Adam Cesar, and he did a phenomenal job at writing this. This book is for those friends who adore old slasher movies, kind of like Friday the 13th, Halloween, Scream. Could not think of that one. That's my favorite movie. I feel repulsed by that. But it is just kind of like up the alley there, and it's so good. It follows our main character, Quinn, and her father, who moved to Kettle Springs because her father is a doctor and he got a new doctor position there. So they go there, and it's kind of like, it has the vibe of the normal small town where like nothing really exciting happens and all that jazz. But she becomes quick friends with Cole Hill, whose dad is kind of like the big dog of the town, and his little misfit group of friends. They are troublemakers. Now, reading about what they were doing and what they did and all that stuff kind of grind my gears, because like when you think of troublemakers, these are the ones that I really think about. So they're troublemakers, and because of their troublemaking tendencies, things happen in the town, and it gets very, very, very graphic quickly. Also, remember that clown I talked about? Yeah, his name is Fernando. We'll go with that one. And he's basically everywhere. So kind of gives you a little inside scoop on what's about to happen. But it is super graphic. It is super cliche, I would say, kind of like in the horror movie esque things like I just mentioned previously. But oh, it was such a good read. And then the ending is where I kind of give this like a 3-star rating, because like it was amazing. And then I got to like, I want to say the last 50 pages, and then I was just like, okay, good for you. Good for you. There's more books in the series, but I don't know if I'm going to read them. But regardless of what I'm saying right now, totally check out this book if you are into clowns and spooky stuff and like old horror, because it is so good. And I don't know how else to explain that to you. But if you don't want to read the book and it's like not your thing, you should totally watch it. It's on Shudder, funny enough. It's on Shudder, the movie, and it, from what I've heard, portrays it very well. I haven't seen it yet, but that is on my summer bucket list. So, might have a movie night. Ooh. If the angle is different, no, it's not. Alright, next one is an unfortunate one. It is called The Spell Shop, and it is by Sarah Beth Durst. I have a cheat sheet underneath me. Don't judge me. This book is a very, very cozy cottagecore book. Like if you love just like kind of kicking your feet, giggling, and like island off of nowhere land and just a little bit of just magicalness, this would be the book for you. Unfortunately, it was not for me. So this is the only book that I have DNF'd thus far in this book in June. Did that make sense? Probably not, but we're gonna keep going regardless. I had to DNF it. I got 50% through roughly. I just couldn't do it. It just followed our main character, whose name escapes me. Something goes on in her town and she has to go back home to her home. She hasn't lived there for a while, with her talking plant. Name forgot to. See how memorable this book was to me. But then they go back, and then she like kind of like, okay, I did this, I need to find a living and stuff. It was just, it's very cutesy. But I'm not a very cutesy kind of reader. I enjoy blood, guts, love, romance, and all that stuff. And it was just very plain. So if that's up your alley, like cozy, cottagecore, that is up your alley. It just, I found out it was just not for me. So that's that. It was really cute though, but I just got bored. I got bored of it and I had to DNF it, so sad. But the next book, that one is just, it is called The Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zing. And that book, it was a page turner, guys. It was a page turner. I was on my Kindle and I was just going. I kid you not, I read for 4 hours to get this book done. I'm looking at myself, sorry. Like, it follows Cora Zing, and she is living in New York City during COVID. And at that point, obviously the whole world shut down, but she is also, I'm gonna get in so much hate for this. It's either Asian or Chinese descent. And so at that time, a lot of people blamed them for COVID, which is ticked me off, but that's besides the point. And it just kind of follows her life during that, in a sense. Also, in like the first couple of pages, I don't think it's really big of a spoiler, her sister was killed by a man. He called her a bat eater, pushed her in front of a moving train, obliterated. Cora saw it all. And so it's kind of following Cora after that. She becomes a crime scene investigator, not investigator, cleaner, with these two other people who I loved. And she just kind of does that, and then these ghosts come around, like they're hungry, and it just talks about like the Asian culture, about burning joss paper to like satisfy these demons or ghosts. And it's just, it's a page turner, and it's very much so about like hate. So like this book kind of goes really deep into the hatred of Asian people during the COVID, because people believe they were the cause of it. And it was just, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 because it was just so good, and I just felt numb after reading it. So I highly recommend just reading that book. It's very paranormal, it's very hate crimey, so if that's a little triggering to you, just be warned of that. But other than that, it was just a great book, and a very much so like good for you girl vibes at the end. So love that one. And then we get to my favorite one. The angle didn't change again. Stop commenting about that. But like I said, my most favorite book, 5 stars. Where was this book my whole entire life? The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. When I tell you this book was the most amazing book I've ever read, I'm so glad I finally got a chance to read it. If you don't know, this book is about the actress Evelyn Hugo and a not so popular journalist named Monique, and she has the opportunity of a lifetime to interview Evelyn Hugo and find out about all her 7 husbands. And let me just tell you, this book, I don't know how else to say it other than there it is. There it is. That's the audience. Sorry. But no, the book was amazing. 5 stars. It talks about Evelyn's life from before she was a celebrity to the very end, and it's just very beautiful, very well read, written, everything like that. Goes into detail about the LGBT community, and it talks about, you know, like past situations, like Evelyn was a movie star back in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, around that time period, and just how much life was different back then from what it is now. And it's just, it's beautiful, and it's raw, and it just is very awesome. There's no more words that I can describe on how much I care about this book, but it is one of my favorite books in the whole entire world, and I will put it on a pedestal. I will recommend it to anybody, anyone out there. Very good read. Amazing. Could not read anything more beautiful than this. So I might just need a moment now. But that is my June reads. Again, I know it's not the longest thing in the world, but you have to be careful with me because I cry easily. No, because usually read a book within like 2 months, and I read 4 in 1 month. Technically 3 in 1 month, so we should all be very proud of that. But that's it. I had a really good time. It was really, really fun to read these books and actually have time to read these books, and it just makes my heart so excited. And I hope that July has more opportunities for more books. I mean, it's July 2nd as I'm making this, and I have not started reading any books. I am interested in giving a shot to romance books because I kind of like that kind of stuff. But we don't know. We will see. It is very exciting nonetheless. So with that, I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you read any of these books, please comment down below what you think about the books, because like I'm all ears for anybody's opinions. Hello, God. God messaged me. He said my time is up. So with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Comment down below what books, like I said, how you feel about the books, what books you recommend for me, yada yada yada. Like the video, all that stuff. Just know that July I'm going to try to give more pizzazz of books and lifestyle and fun things like that. But once August hits, you know what's coming. So hopefully you're on and you're ready for that journey. If not, oh well. Have a good one. I'll see you next time. Bye. It's my son. You're my son. My son.